I think that's what puts you over everybody else, no matter what sport you play, is if you're going to train and get stronger and get more powerful and really put the time into it. At first, I didn't even know, like, the strokes. I was like, what's the difference between back and breaststroke? I don't know. I thought that was the same thing. Like, even going into this career, I was like, I'm a little nervous. Like, I have to run a team, and there's 40 people in the weight room, and I'm running it.
We're good. You ready?
Yeah. Ready to go?
Okay. Today we have Sophie Jaquez, our director of sports performance. Before we get into it, Sophie is, as I just mentioned, our director of sports performance. She played Division I softball at the University of Utah. What position were you?
I played right field.
Right field?
Yeah, but left or right.
Left or right?
But mostly right.
Did you prefer one over the other?
Yeah, I liked right field better.
Why?
It just felt weird to be on the other side. It was like the opposite.
Right?
It's like the gaps on your left in left field, and then in right field, the gaps on your right. Like the foul line. Does that make sense?
When you're on the right, the gap is on your left? No, on your right.
Yeah.
And then when you're on left field, the gap's on your left.
With center,
and that feels weird.
Yeah.
I see. You just graduated with your master's in kinesiology. And is it a concentration in strength and conditioning?
Yeah, or emphasis, either
Emphasis in strength and conditioning. You got your bachelor's in health and kinesiology plus a nutrition minor. You've completed internships at USC Swimming. You've worked with you work with Cal State Fullerton Women's Water Polo, Utah Sports Performance, Cal State Fullerton Sports Performance, Victory Sports Performance, Spine and Sport Physical Therapy and Training Center. What else? It's a pretty impressive resume.
Thank you. Yeah, that's about
anything?
it. I don't. Women's water polo isn't my team, but when I was an intern, I worked with them.
You were working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you work with our buddy Belgic.
Yep.
Right, at USC.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he's at LAFC now.
Yeah. And then you just completed your thesis.
Yep.
What was the title of it again?
Relationships between strength, power, rotational power, and batted ball velocity in college softball players. So. And
you found, what was it again? You found
correlation between batted ball velocity and all the rotational tests, which were rotational med ball throw velocity, rotational isometric strength with the dynamo, and then lead arm velocity. So they threw a kettlebell into the wall.
Yeah.
And then the other one.
It was a soft kettlebell.
Yeah.
You weren't like chucking hard kettlebells against the wall.
Yeah, I had to really put that in the writing. And
how heavy was the kettlebell?
It was like I don't even remember, geez.
2 kilograms?
Yeah, 2 kilograms, something like that. And then the other one, which is pretty interesting, was the counter movement jump peak relative braking power.
Peak relative braking power. Okay, so when they're landing, how well they're able to absorb.
Eccentric force, yeah. And it was cool to see because when the softball players have to swing, they like decelerate in order to hit the ball. And so biomechanics professor at Fullerton like saw that a lot with golf swings, but he had never done it with like baseball or softball. So it was cool that I found that, and we're going to try to publish it, but I have to add a couple things, and they wanted to give me a break because I was writing for a while. So
you have to decelerate in your lead leg.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. You have to stomp, decelerate, and then allow the rotation to continue going.
Exactly. Yeah, you accelerate, and then as soon as the front foot touches down, then you decelerate in order to
let it rip.
Yep, exactly.
Is the lead arm kettlebell throw thing? Yeah. Is that a pretty standard test, or is that something you invented?
I didn't invent it. The strength coach, Arjun, I forgot how to say his last name, Duggan. He was the director when I was at Fullerton as intern. He did that test with softball, and this was all testing battery. So he was like, hey, do you have SPSS? And I was like, yeah. So he's like, let's just run it. And then I was like, this would be a great idea for thesis. And I already had the data, so I didn't have to get participants, which was nice. And then I didn't really properly run it until I was writing my thesis. So the lead arm velocity was the biggest one for like publishing, that I have to the reliability and validity of the test.
I see. You have to do all that.
Yeah.
You have to do another study.
It kind of depends. I think I'm just going to try to publish it to a different journal. Yeah, because I think we published it to the Journal of Strength Conditioning, and they were the ones who were like, "This is great, but that one test is the reason we can't take it."
What?
Yeah. So
because the reliability isn't there. Mm-hmm. What if you just took that one out? But that one had the biggest correlation.
I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. I think it was that one or rotational med ball throw, because the rotational isometric, we took a bunch of different metrics since of the dynamo,
time to peak
like
force,
the vault, and yeah, I can't remember which ones were.
When you do the kettlebell throw, you're just using a radar gun behind them.
Yeah, so it's like the typical radar gun you use with like a softball pitcher or baseball pitcher, so you're just standing like a couple feet behind them,
and then the med ball was a scoop toss.
Yep,
or a shot put.
Scoop toss,
because
that's the most similar to softball swing.
Yeah,
because you're not like this with your bat.
Right, right.
They can go either way, but yeah, we did a scoop toss, and then same with the radar gun, and then the isometric with the dynamo, which I had never seen. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And you're just going all out from the rip, like. Boom,
yeah.
And you're just like, ugh.
Yep. Just as long as you don't yank on it, like you already have some tension, and then pull.
Did you standardize the foot width stance?
We didn't, because we wanted them to be most comfortable, like in their batting stance. So like it was as similar to their hitting stance as it was.
Okay.
Like, whatever they were most comfortable with.
I bring that up because we're trying to develop our rotational KPI on the Kaiser.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, should we standardize the foot width or not?
Like how far apart their feet are.
Yeah, because that would make a difference, no? Right?
Yeah, and we'd have to get out measuring tape each time, and
yeah, maybe we just make it like shoulder width, and that's the easiest to do.
Yeah, because everyone has different.
Yeah, everyone has different anthropometrics.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a long introduction. I got curious and I went off track. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We have a tradition on this podcast. Mm-hmm. Have you listened to some of our podcasts?
I have like supposed to answer a question, then leave a question. Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't even think of one.
Who was it? Oh, Zen. Zen was our last guest. Mm-hmm. He said, "What do you feel when you're in flow state? And do you know when that state stops? And what do you do when that state stops? Or what do you do when that stops?"
When I'm in flow state, I know that I'm in it because all the thoughts are flowing. Like, for example, when I'm like programming, it's like, oh, I keep thinking of different things to do, and like the ideas keep popping up.
And you don't have to force it.
Yeah, you don't have to force it, and like your mind's only on that one thing, not like 8 different things at once. The other part of the question was when I know that I'm out of it, and how to get back into it. I know usually it's just because I'm interrupted, like something in life around me. Yeah, like stops me from programming or whatever it is I'm doing. And it's usually not hard for me. I feel like as an athlete, it's like kind of like locking back in. Like, okay, let me focus back into what I was doing.
Yeah, you just have to tell yourself.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like, I know what you're talking about when you're programming and you're in flow state.
Yes.
And stuff just like, it comes so fast. And then you have like a big list of people you have to program for, and then you get it done in 20 minutes that day.
Yeah.
And then some other days you're like dragging ass, and you're like, wait, who is this again? And you're like thinking, and it like the same amount of people takes you like 3 times the time because you're not in flow state, and you're like having to think even harder. That's the worst. I know. So it's almost like I've tried to do this like right before I start programming. Like get yourself in that state first and then start so that the time doesn't take as long. Yeah, I usually, especially at ASP, I try to start with an athlete that I program a lot and I know a lot about. So you get in the flow. Yes. I do that too. Yeah, I do that too. The other thing I realized was the mood that I'm in sometimes affects the practice that I write for the following day, or the energy that I have affects the practice that I write. So like I always try to do it when I write my to-do list. I always try to write the practice first when my energy is the highest. Yeah. So that I know I'm writing a good practice. I'm not just like whatever. Just doing whatever. Yeah. Yeah. That's honestly smart. Anyways, before we dive into the pod, I just wanted to say thank you to you. What? Because hiring a director of sports performance was one of our, like, it's a big position. It's big responsibilities, it's big shoes to fill, and obviously that we have like very high expectations of, like, when we bring on coaches, and you've seen the whole hiring process and how we deal with interns, and you see how high our expectations are, and you just like crushed. Like, I was obviously, I was kind of nervous when you first came in as director, but you've just been crushing it, and I don't have to worry about you.
That's what I think in my head. I'm like, when I'm doing things, I'm like, is this going to make Sean's life easier?
I'm sorry, that's the litmus test you have to do
that's
against.
my goal, though. But you have a lot going on, so
and I'm sure now you have a lot going on too. So that's why I wanted to say thank you. Because also, you don't get, like, there are other people who have had the opportunity to potentially get this job, and obviously they don't have it because you have it. But you don't get this position unless you're an exceptional human being. And so I just wanted to say that.
Appreciate
it. I just wanted to say thank you, because I've just like threw a lot at you as soon as we brought you on. We just threw a lot at you, and you've just like taken it well. So
honestly, I really like it, because it's more than just coaching. It's like the day-to-day tasks, like stuff with the interns and what we're teaching them. It's taught me a ton about like myself as a coach and a person. So I really like it.
What does your day-to-day entail now?
It starts with programming, because I want to make sure that all of that is up for the athletes each day.
Do you do that in the mornings?
Yeah, I do in the mornings, and then luckily, like, a lot of it I can do remotely. I don't have to be here in person to do it.
Did you ever get the second monitor?
Like, at my place?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I should give you my other one.
It's all right. It's really not a big deal. Okay. I don't mind. It doesn't take me that long, and especially since Tebow's building that new thing, like, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I just go through the list of like things when we meet on Mondays or every week about what I need to do and be prepared for, like the intern meetings that we have, or like today the interns are doing practicals, so I had to make sure they know what they're doing. And
how do you feel about the practicals?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I've never done it.
I just want to think of new ideas too, and make sure that they're getting the most out of this internship. Because I know a lot of them have different backgrounds too, so like the weight room isn't like easy for all of them, and some it is easy. So I want to see how they do, and it's not as like a formal setting as, like a college weight room. But
can you explain what the practical is? People are probably like, what is she talking about?
Yeah, so the practical, the interns are gonna have to, I'm gonna pick from a hat. They're gonna have to demonstrate a mobility movement and a compound movement, so like a barbell RDL or a back squat. And they'll have to demonstrate it to 2 athletes, which will be like either an intern or like you or coach. And I'm going to be grading on them as they do it. And then they're just going to let me know when they feel like the athletes are doing it perfect. And I'm also going to have one of their athletes do it wrong on purpose, so that they have to coach them up. Cause
you're a savage.
Because like, if it's too easy, we know what the form's supposed to look like, so they need to be able to cue it, because a lot of athletes come in and they don't know how to move, so you need to be able to cue it and tell them how to do it properly without injuring themselves. So but the interns are all nervous because they just had their evaluation meetings with me too. So
you just roasted all of them.
I
asked them, and they're like, no, Sophie was really nice.
Yeah, I started with like questions and how they think it's going and what they want to improve. So it kind of came from them, and then just gave our side of it with our opinion and how they're doing, and prefaced it with it's to make them better. So
did they give you any feedback about us?
No. But I just asked like how we could help them accomplish what they need to accomplish for the rest of the internship. And they gave me some feedback about that, but not about like
Can you give
else.
some examples of what they said?
Yeah, so for example, Nate, he wants to go to the Philippines and start doing clinics. So he said he wants to start writing up like clinic layouts, kind of like you do for practice, and start practicing that and maybe showing you and seeing what it looks like. And he needs to start emailing and calling the Philippines, because I know it's like a lot about the money and things like that. And then Emma wants to continue to work on the data, but she's really interested in like the strength training side, and she knows a lot about like biomechanics and the data, so she wants to know how they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so we were talking a lot about KPIs and how she can take what she learns with the data and like make it into a program to make an athlete better. And then
I think she could make our jobs a lot easier.
Oh yeah, she already built that thing for you, right?
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
That's insane. Like, you're already using it at practice?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Is it on the phone, or is it just like a website? Or
it's a website. It's on the same server that we have our back office on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's but cool. It's very useful.
Yeah.
And I was impressed at how quickly she put my idea into practice.
Yeah, and how easy it was.
Yeah, that would take me like a year to build.
Yeah. Did she do it with AI, or was it like
it was with
coding or
with AI and Tebow?
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we have like 2 super nerds on the team.
So cool. Yeah,
we need super nerds. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
And then Kieran wants to help a lot with the swim side as well, but he's kind of going different realms. He's learning a lot from Josh. Mm-hmm. So same along the lines with Emma is like learning more about the strength training and how to cue, because they know how to cue in the pool, but like in here is so different.
Yeah, it's different.
Just learning that. And I told them too in their evals, like, this is evaluation of the weight room. I don't get to see you guys in like how you coach at the pools. Mm-hmm. So you'd have to talk to Sean or Kenta.
They've been great. Yeah. I've actually been very impressed with this cohort that we've had.
Yeah, me too. They all like come from different realms, and so they're
from
like
Florida, from so cool. North Carolina. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I didn't expect people to move for the internship.
Oh yeah. Well, just even the very first day when they were talking about their projects, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know they were that invested in like, like Haley's doing the nutrition, stuff in the lobby. Like, that's so helpful.
Very.
Especially like building the couch and all that type of stuff, making sure we have electrolytes and creatine.
It's the first time, like, well, maybe ASP has always felt like a company.
Yeah.
But having them plus multiple different projects happening makes it really feel like
a team.
Yes. And it feels really cool.
I know.
And whenever we have everybody here, it doesn't happen often, but when everybody's here and everybody's talking about different things, and I just kind of like sit back and observe, and I'm like, Emma's talking to Kieran about some data things over there. Nate's over there talking to Sophie about some other things. I'm like, oh shit, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, things are happening that I don't know what's going on. And it used to be like early on, I knew everything that was happening in the business. And now I kind of know what's happening, but I don't know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And I've kind of stepped in that role of just like the strength training part, and you get to kind of go with the pros and do all the swimming, and don't have to worry about
focus on and I don't have to worry about an asshole running it, because I got you running it. What's been the hardest part for you in this job or in this position?
I think just making sure things run smoothly, but also being in charge of people, because I've always like, this is my first big role of like
leading people.
Leading people. And so I've always been like the intern, or I've just been the coach, and like a year ago I was just showing up to coach my sessions, and that was it. So I think it's been so nice to just be here all day and just invest my time into people and what we want this business to be and grow into. So but I think that's been the hardest part, is like making sure everyone's doing their role right, because if not, like, something's gonna go off. Like, we need to make sure the system's in place. So
the leadership part.
The leadership part, and I have coaches now that I gotta make sure know what the program is and are in tune of.
You just beat them, right, if they don't do it right. I'm just playing. Man. Was it the last podcast that I talked about leadership, or was that? Or sorry, the last Inside ASP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you talked about at the very end.
Yeah. So I kind of mentioned the same thing. Like, ASP was a thing where I was just doing everything by myself, and I was never really in charge of people. And I found myself, all of a sudden, I'm responsible for the careers of all these people. I was like, oh shit, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And so I was like, leadership is a skill that I'm deficient in.
Yeah.
And I need to learn about this and practice this.
Yeah.
So all that to say, like, we're in the same boat. I'm only like a couple months ahead of you right now. I'm learning at the same time.
I think that was the biggest challenge for me as a coach, though. Like, I didn't, as an athlete, my dad would always like give me these pep talks, like, you need to be the leader, and I always loved leading by example, but sometimes that doesn't always work, and so you need to,
be people.
Speak up in front of my teammates or whatever, and be like, guys, we need to lock in and do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to like really get into that role my senior year at Utah, and I don't fully think I did it as well as I could have, because I was, maybe too nervous to talk up in front of everybody. And like, even going into this career, I was like, I'm a little nervous. Like, I have to run a team, and there's 40 people in the weight room, and I'm running it. Mm-hmm. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But I think it's helped me grow so much, because
you just have to do it.
You have to do it. Yeah.
We're so similar in that regard.
Yeah. Like, I'm outgoing, but I've never been the person to be like, do this. Like,
You're
telling people what to do.
Decision maker.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you team captain?
No. So my freshman and sophomore year, we had captains, and then junior, senior year, we as a team, we decided that it was the best option, because the way that it was my freshman and sophomore year, and my closest teammates will tell you the same thing, is like, my coach would relay information, and it just like wouldn't come out the right way. Like, the captains would tell us, but it's like the coach should just kind of let us all know as a team. Mm-hmm. And it just felt kind of cliquey, like, oh, these captains, like, if you're a captain, then you play. And it was like, I don't know, they didn't really go hand in hand. And so we just didn't really like the idea, and we're like, everyone on this team is equal. Everyone has a spot on this team, no matter if it's on the field or if it's in the dugout. And so we were just like, let's get rid of captains. We're all great leaders. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever someone wants to step up, they're able to step up, even if they don't have a C across their chest.
You guys would get a C.
Yeah, you'd get it on your jersey. And I don't know, it just kind of like, we didn't want there to be like a pedestal, like, these people are above everybody else. Like, now we're a team all together. So it worked. I mean, my junior year, or first year we did it, we went to the World Series. So
how'd you guys do there?
We didn't do too great, but
you went.
We went, and that was like
a childhood
dream. Yes, that was like so awesome to just even be there, and we won the Pac-12 tournament that year too, and that was really cool. So,
what's been the best part about your position so far?
Best parts. I don't know. There's so many good parts. I think just being able to, especially with the interns, I noticed it, is like, my role as a coach is not just like a coach anymore. I'm teaching people. Mm-hmm. And even if they're like the coaches that work for me or the interns or whatever, like, they come to me and they're like, hey, how do I do this? And I have to know, like, and that it makes me be on my game. Mm-hmm. And I have to know the reason that I programmed that, or like why they're doing tempo. And Emma asked me questions about strength training.
You have to justify your actions.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, knowing that and just being able to talk about it, and it's really tested me, and I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm actually doing and why I'm doing it. Right. So I've really liked that. And then just like, I'm very, not OCD, but I love like having a organized like schedule and things to do. Mm-hmm. And so this role allows me to always have something to do. Mm-hmm. And so always something to do. So that's why, like, you're like, I'm sorry for like giving you stuff, but I love it. Like, I want, I have this to do, but I also have this to do. Like, sometimes it does get a little stressful, but like, I like having that role. Yeah. Like, I like the pressure, I guess.
Yeah. Of having to deliver.
Exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise you're just kind of sitting on your ass.
Yeah.
You've basically done sports performance your whole life.
Yeah.
Right. You've been in the sports performance world.
Yes. Yeah.
Since when? Or when did you start playing softball?
Well, I started playing softball when I was 5, but I didn't start lifting weights until I was in high school, because I tore my ACL, and then the place that I trained at was half physical therapy, half performance training. So when I was done with my physical therapy, knee was all better, I went to the performance training side. When I was like 14, I was a freshman in high school. So started training since then, and like, that's when I learned how to like power clean. And yeah, I learned about all of it and I loved it and knew how like beneficial it was. I remember like going out to the softball field and I was like hitting the ball like so far and I was like, oh my God, I've never been able to hit this far before. And I just
you had a light bulb moment,
literally,
right?
and even all the parents were asking my mom like, has Sophie been like working out and training? Like she's strong. And I was like, yeah. And my mom's like, yeah, she's been locked in and lifting and stuff. So I really saw the benefits of it and I just like loved that environment.
You fell in love after that, right?
Yeah. And even when I got to college and I was studying kinesiology, I didn't know if I wanted to do strength and conditioning, but it was partly because of like my shyness and not wanting to be the coach and like telling people what to do. But I was like, no, I love this. So I have to go into this. I don't want to be an athletic trainer, you know, like you're kind of just in the training room and talking one-on-one with athletes, or like a physical therapist. It's still like kind of one-on-one. Like I want to be in the middle of action.
Yeah.
So
we have very similar stories.
Yeah.
Like the whole shyness thing and the having the light bulb moment.
Yeah.
When I was 15 to 16, that age, I kind of hit a plateau in my swimming career, and I could not get better for whatever reason. And then I started lifting weights when I was 15 or something. Yeah. Just on my own. Everything was 3x10. Just hit every machine 3x10. And at that age,
my dad in the gym.
Right? When you don't know what you're doing. You just do 3x10 back squat, 3x10 bicep curls. Everything's 3x10. And then obviously when you're at that age, like you can pretty much do anything and you get better.
Oh yeah.
I think I started like programming it better as I went, but I had a breakout year when I was 16, and then that was my light bulb moment that made me. I was like, "Holy crap! Like this thing works!"
Yeah.
And then I was obsessed with it from there. Just like obsessed with. I've always been obsessed with like human performance and stuff, but that experience made strength training. Like I really loved strength training,
and you bought into it.
I was fully bought in.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I'm going to do in college, you know.
Did you ever get to the point where you like didn't rest though? Like didn't recover because you didn't know what you were supposed to?
How to do that?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. I don't really remember if I did that or not, but I do remember after I got my driver's license, the first place I drove to was the gym. Like the next day at like 5 a.m. I drove to the gym.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting in the work.
I was like, I had Eminem Lose Yourself on, like on repeat, like my hood on, just
what
like
year
in the
was
dark.
it?
I got it October 2010.
Oh my gosh.
I got my license.
Is that when that song came out?
I don't know. It was way before that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm just saying that to say like how obsessed I was with the gym. Like as soon as I got my license, I was like, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
I can do this by myself now.
That's so funny.
So I wanted to go back. How do you feel like being in that sports performance realm, how has it helped you in your position now?
It's shown me like what a good strength coach can be and what a bad one. Like I don't think I've like,
because you've experienced bad ones.
Yeah, and yes and no. Like I don't really remember the ins and outs of like the program. But
how they made you feel?
Not even strength coaches. It's just like coaches in general. Like, oh, what would a good coach do, and what is a bad coach that I've had do? But I think the sports performance realm, like it's given me the ability to kind of just like, and even just being an athlete, knowing what an athlete's always thinking, what they're always wanting to get better, and like you kind of have to slow them down and be like, hey, you do need to recover, like you do need to rest. And having the experience as an athlete is helpful because it's like I did this myself and I know like how much work and how much hard work and goes into it and the amount of progress that you can see if you really put your mind to it. But I don't know, it's a realm that I've always loved since I was like 14. So
I guess it gives you like an extra, because how old are you right now? 24?
About to be 24.
About to be 24?
Yeah, like 10 years ago I started
training. You're a
training.
young director of sports performance. Congrats.
Thank you.
But you've also, since you've been doing it since you're 14, you essentially have
10 years
of experience of being in the sports performance world.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess that is an advantage that you have over a lot of people.
It's different being like the athlete versus being the coach, you know?
Right.
But it's still really cool. Like I still remember some of the training that I did in high school and like still talk to the strength coaches I had to, and they're like so excited that I'm in this realm because we can actually like talk about it. And I think everyone, around me that was close to me kind of knew that I was going to go into that realm too, because I was always just training and like working out. They were like, and this is kind of embarrassing, but my nickname in college was Buff Baby.
Buff Baby? I'm going to start calling you that.
Every person I tell, they just laugh at me. I'm like, whatever, because I'm short and strong.
What's up, Buff Baby?
Literally, and like they would cheer and call me that, like Buff Baby.
Yeah.
Because like I just love the weight room. Like I just saw how much progress you can get with sports, and I was like, I'm in love. So
my mind is kind of blown that you're 23.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I guess I knew it, but like I don't know. You're just like so mature.
Oh, thanks.
Like we have some people that we were just talking about earlier who are also 23 who are not at the maturity level that you're at.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You've been with ASP for 14 months?
Yeah.
13 months?
Yeah, I started last May.
Last May?
Yeah, a year ago, 2025.
Okay, so May. About 14 months. Mm-hmm. And you've worked with 7-year-olds, middle school kids, high school kids, 85-year-olds. You've worked with the Olympians.
Yep.
Is there any character trait that you've noticed in the people that quote unquote make it?
Besides athleticism, because that's very important, it's definitely the mental side of it. We were just talking about it too. It's like having that certain mindset, and I think that you can kind of tell right off the bat if the athlete's gonna put in work and actually be dedicated to taking the time to train, because I think that's what puts you over everybody else no matter what sport you play, is if you're gonna train and get stronger and get more powerful and really put the time into it. And I think that's what I noticed when I was training in high school too. I was like, knew if I put this work in, like that was going to help me, against my competitors, and help me get a spot on the field. And in college, that's what I had to do. And so you kind of just see that train athletes too. They have like this obsession with it, and they're like always asking like, does my form look good? And was that jump okay? Like almost too much, asking if they're, do they need to be cued or anything, and if their movement looks good. But it's like that obsession that's going to get you to the next level and to the highest level. Yeah,
you kind of know like when you meet an athlete on day one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Even if they're not like athletic or physically gifted.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this kid's got it.
Yes.
They got that burning desire to succeed.
Yeah.
And then the kids that don't have it, you too, but you still help them the best you can, but you just know some kids are built different mentally.
Oh yeah, it takes that too. It's like half the battle with sports is the mental side of it.
Yeah.
You have to be mentally strong. If you're not always going to do well, so if you fail, like you need to be okay with getting back up and trying again. So
and you need to love it.
Yes.
You've got to love. I see. And this is not to like, well, maybe this is not to like shit talk on the parents, but sometimes the parents take the joy out of the sport too, and then the kids hate the sport because of the parents.
Yeah.
And so like for my kids, I want them to try as many sports as they want, but I just want them to pick something that they absolutely love. Because I know ultimately, like for them to take it to another level, like
they're the ones that need to want it.
Yeah.
There's
I can't want it more than them.
Yeah, there's so many parents I feel like I've encountered, not even here, just like in my softball career, that just wanted it more than their kids. And like, it's sad then they go off and don't want their kids to play that same sport, which sucks. It's like they saw how overworked they were, or, how much they didn't love the sport. Yeah. So
that's the one hack about our job, is we get to see an inordinate amount of parent-child athlete relationships, more so than your average parent. And so I feel like I had like 3,000 I've lived 3,000 what am I trying to say? I've lived 3,000 parent to child relationships vicariously through the families that we have here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I see good parenting and I see terrible parenting. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I know what not to do. Mm-hmm. So if you ever have kids, like you kind of know like, okay, this is how I need to do.
Yep.
How I need to treat them for sports and stuff.
Exactly. And that's one thing I kind of wish I would have did when I was younger, is like tried out more sports. Like I tried out some, But I feel like I wish I would have kept going for longer and not just focused on softball so early, because I feel like I would have been a better athlete. I played.
Wait, say that again. Go back.
I feel like I would have been a better athlete.
Why?
Because you get so many different qualities from different sports, and then.
Wait, so you're telling me that my 7-year-old shouldn't specialize in swimming?
No.
Yeah.
Please don't. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, like I did soccer when I was young. And I was like, this is too much running. I can't. I told my mom.
Too much for buff baby.
Literally, I went home and I was like, I'm not a runner. I can't. And then love softball. I started that when I was really young too. And then when I got to elementary school, 6th grade, I tried volleyball and basketball. But my dad always laughed at me because I would never shoot. He literally said that he would give me money if I shot the basketball, and I still wouldn't. And then I just was like, I'm over this. I love softball. But in high school, I wish I would have done track. I feel like it would have been so nice to I feel like I would have
running, 100 meters. I feel like you'd be pretty
sprinting. Good. And I feel like it would have translated really well into softball, and just I would have been a more well-rounded athlete. Yeah.
How much because your dad played baseball, right?
Yeah.
How much of that do you think influenced your decision to play softball?
It influenced it for sure, but my parents were great. They were the definition of great, sport parents. Yeah, because they let me try everything, and they were there was one point where I was like, I want to do cheerleading because my friends were doing it, and they were like, okay. My dad was like, oh no, I want her to play softball. Yeah, but I didn't even end up doing it. I just wanted to do it because my friends are doing it. But it played a big part because I grew up around, my dad playing slow pitch softball after his baseball career was done. And my grandpa played, his brother played, my uncle, it goes so far back. But it did make a big influence, but I knew that I loved it. Even to this day, I still love the sport. I wish I was still playing competitively.
You still play some slow pitch, yeah?
Yeah. Dang,
I want to go play.
I know, you should come out.
When do you play?
We play Monday nights. We actually just finished. We won the championship.
Oh, wow.
But the league isn't that competitive. I wish it was a little bit more competition.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's true.
I played slow pitch in grad school.
Okay.
And I think it was Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I looked forward to every Wednesday night. It's so fun.
Yeah, I wish it was on Sundays because sometimes Mondays I'm like, oh, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
And sometimes our games are 8:50
p.m.
Yeah, and I used to have to get up for the 6 a.m. Tuesday class, and I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired. Brutal. But it's worth it. It keeps me athletic and moving around and doing something other than just lifting all the time.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Do you feel like lifting shaped your personality? Lifting at 14 years old, did it shift your personality at all?
A little bit. I think it kind of just goes hand in hand with softball. Sports, everyone says, you should play a sport because it just teaches you so much about, dedication and time management. And it's so good in the job world now. I know how to be on time and organized with things and how much hard work goes into something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think lifting did too, because that played a part. It wasn't just softball that I had to do. I also had to put some the extracurricular to the extracurricular. I always tongue twister.
Yeah, we are the extracurricular to the extracurricular. Yeah. Do you feel? I was wondering this the other day. I was like, I wonder if Sophie feels any pressure of being the director of sports performance of pretty much a swimming company.
That I'm not a swimmer,
and you didn't swim. Which, by the way, I don't care. I don't care. I care that you understand it. Yeah. You're willing to learn, and you're a good person, and you have a good work ethic. Yeah. That's all I care about. I don't care if you swam or not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good to know. No, I mean,
otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Even from the first moment, you hired me to, you told me that you're I don't care that you didn't swim as long as all those things that you just lifted, but. Sometimes it's a little intimidating, especially when I go to the meets. I'm oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I feel out of place, but I'm it's still really cool to see a different sport and something that I've never really watched. And it is something for me to learn and grow. So it took, at first I didn't even know the strokes. I was like, what? What's the difference between back and breaststroke? I don't know. I thought that was the same thing. But then I was like, oh, it's track. You have to get a certain amount of time. I'm not used to the time sports.
Yeah, stopwatch sports. Yeah. I actually think strength coaches and stopwatch sports are
better.
Usually better because there's an outcome tied.
Yeah.
There's an exact outcome tied to it, opposed to if you're coaching. I'm not saying all football strength coaches are bad, but like whether you do a good or bad job maybe it affects it a little bit, but it doesn't really affect, you can have a terrible strength program and still win a Super Bowl probably.
Yeah, that's true. But what was I saying? Oh, just the time sports. I was like, this is so weird. But no, I'm not intimidated at all. Some of the athletes, I think at first they were like, why are you here then?
Who are you?
Well, you didn't swim? And I'm like, no. And they're like, then why do you coach us? I'm like, I played softball.
You're not coaching them on swimming.
No, I know. But actually a lot of people, when I tell them I work here, they think I'm doing stuff in the pool.
They're like, can you coach my private lessons too?
Yes, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not at the pool.
I mentioned this in the last podcast that you didn't listen to.
I know. I'm sorry. I need to listen to it.
I'm just kidding. But my mentor, Keenan Robinson, who was Michael Phelps' strength coach, he didn't swim. Okay. He wasn't a swimmer. He was he started off as the athletic trainer at Michigan.
Okay.
And he was the AT there. And when Bob and Michael went to Michigan, that's where they met. And he obviously didn't know anything about swimming, but he stuck at it. He learned as much as he could.
Yeah.
He learned swimming times by looking at the University of Michigan record board. Like that's how he got a reference of whether that's fast or not. And that's how he built his understanding of is a 212 fast for a 200 breaststroke, he was able to learn that way. But he ended up becoming, he's not there anymore, but he was like the head, I forget, he was like the director of player
development.
Sorry, I forget. He held a very important role within USA Swimming.
Oh, cool.
And he wasn't a swimmer.
Yeah.
So like, I obviously saw that. So like, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter if you swam or not. Yeah. It just matters if you have a will to learn and you're hungry to learn about the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it's taught me a lot too. Even like working with track and the different sports at Fullerton too. It's like you need to know like.
Oh, we should mention that you also work.
Yeah, at Cal State Fullerton. I work with track, cross country, and then women's tennis.
Yeah.
So I think it's taught me a lot. Like, and I was talking to Matthew the other day about this. Like, this is something that a lot of strength coaches say is like, I shouldn't be able to walk into your weight room and know which sport they play. Like, it shouldn't be that specific. You know, you see all these weird videos on TikTok and Instagram of like crazy like swim stuff. Yeah. And I always send it in the tracks. It's so funny. But especially with the age group that I work with, like middle school and high school, it's like we don't need to be super specific. They're getting all their swim stuff in the pool. So we're just there to get them stronger.
We're sports specific because we're anti-sport specific.
Yes.
Like because we do external rotation, that kind of makes it sports specific because sports specific is internal rotation, so we do external rotation.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So shoulder care.
Yeah, in a way that makes it sports specific.
Yeah.
We should talk about our upcoming project that we've been working on.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Adult performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to start. I've actually had some people already ask me about it. But what
do they ask, by the way?
Just like, what are the details of it? Like what time, what is it going to look like? Just all the ins and outs of the program. I know some parents want to know if it's like during the same time as their kid, but no, it's like, it's going to be early in the morning. So, but yeah, we're going to do an adult performance class. It's going to be just the adult population, and we're going to do 3 days of strength, 2 days of conditioning, and we're going to do like a general mobility that all adults usually need, and then we're going to have KPIs that we're going to test the adults on: max pull-ups, broad jump, counter movement jump on the force plates, and then we're going to do an aerobic capacity test. It's not finalized yet. Right now, it's that.
Yeah, it's equipment pending.
Yeah, the 5-minute bike.
Yeah.
Max calories.
Yeah.
But because there's some normative data on it, but we need to see if we can find a quicker one.
Yeah, because the problem is a 5-minute test, and you have 20 people. That's 100 minutes of bike testing.
Yeah.
So maybe we get a second bike. I don't know yet. We still need to hash that one out.
Yep. but it's going to be high energy early in the morning.
Yeah. What are you most excited about it?
It's something different.
Yeah.
I'm excited because it's not like super sport specific. It's going to be with the general population. So,
well, we might get some masters swimmers in there. Yeah.
But like it's going to be a little bit different than just the swim mobility we do and the typical lift we do with all the athletes. We'll have some conditioning. We usually don't get to do conditioning in here because the swimmers get it in the pool. So, I'm excited to be there, and we'll be running like the session kind of like a regular class. We're telling them all what to do at the same time instead of it being on the phone like the athletes are doing. So
I think the KPI part is the cool part. Like I feel like a lot of other gyms maybe they don't do that. Like where do you get, once you're an adult, where do you get to go to do force plate testing? You know what I mean?
know.
Like where can you find your peak power?
And see all of the different metrics that
all those metrics
Vault's going to give you.
One of the things I said in the last pod was that as we age, like all your numbers kind of decline, and when we know this, but if you start at a higher point, the point of degradation, or because you're gonna degrade, but the point of degradation isn't as bad. So like I think the example that I gave in the last pod was like, not that you're gonna get a 700-pound deadlift, but for the sake of the example, if you build up to a 700-pound deadlift and over the years you degrade down to a 315-pound deadlift, opposed to if your max deadlift is 185 and you degrade, then you're going to degrade down to like 95, and then you can't even pick up your kid off the ground.
And I think that's one of the things I learned in undergrad too, is like as you get older, older people tend to lose their like ability to catch themselves, like when they fall, like the power aspect. And so like maintaining that quality is so important, especially when it comes to like balance and walking as you get older as well. So like
I'm very excited about that. And that's it kind of finalizes our athlete pipeline. Youth sports performance, and then adult performance. So we kind of hit everything on there, which is pretty cool.
And I think a lot of adults like tend to have a lot of pain and nagging things too. So like I'm excited to kind of pinpoint those and figure out like a way for that to decrease, especially like through mobility, and glute strength like is one of the biggest low-hanging fruits for adults. Like really? I learned that in biomechanics this class in the fall semester, my last semester. Dr. Lynn, he would always talk about glute strength because we're always sitting on our butts. Our glutes are just like so weak, and so that's why so many people have lower back issues, because they just don't know how to activate the glutes and they're not strong. So I do want to hit that, and then with the adults, and then I also want to do like T-spine mobility, hip mobility, hamstring, like all the things, a lot of adults at work are sitting down at their chair, their mobility, they're lacking that as well. And
just open all that up for them.
Exactly.
Working here with the swimmers, what are some things that you've noticed, like if these things get better, they seem to go best times? Like, do you have things that you've kind of noticed working here?
I feel like all the KPIs we look at help a lot with the go best time. So like especially since we just tested the athletes, like seeing their reports.
How was our last testing?
Everyone killed it. It was awesome. Like so many people, they just go up in every single category that we test them on, and then you look at their swim times, that they just swam a jag or whatever, and like everything, their swim times decreased as their KPIs increased, and their pull-up has increased so much since they did it their very first time in their assessment, and their broad jump as well, and the squat jump too, which has been cool to see. So I think everyone, like people who have been putting hard work and like really coming in and putting their time in, and it's really showing. So
what are some common deficiencies that you've noticed?
I think it's a kind of depends on the population. What do you
keep seeing over and over again?
It depends, because like you get this the realm of like the younger kids who have never trained and they're very mobile, but they've never trained before. So it's just getting them strong, and then, you know, the power will come with it. Or you have people that have trained before and they're super strong, very powerful, but the mobility is like what they're lacking. So it's like kind of which one are we going to go for, depending on the athlete. And that's where the individualization like comes in. So it's been super cool to see, and especially with like our female swimmers too, like Ahana, she's improved so much. I think she couldn't do a pull-up her very first assessment. And now she's doing like 17.5 pounds.
Dang, that much?
Yeah.
Last time I remember she was struggling to do like 2.5.
Yeah.
And now she's doing 17.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, dang.
If I remember right. And so like
good job, coach.
Yeah. But just seeing that is like really cool.
Did her times drop?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why the individualization piece, like we talked about before, like how as we're growing, it's getting harder and harder to individualize, and how we kind of went back and forth on like, oh, should we group people into, like, classify people and group people? But then it becomes so hard because there's so much individuality that is needed. Maybe it's like, oh, maybe their upper body is super tight, but their lower body is fine.
Yes.
And, you know, how do we individualize that within a group? It just becomes so convoluted and difficult to do. So
yeah,
I'm kind of glad that we
kept it the way it is.
Yes, kept it the way it is, even though it is more work. But I also want to be a higher value company.
Yeah.
You know?
And it gives like our coaches practice to program too. Like, even though I give them the outline, they're still able to give their athletes the mobility. And then if they need to regress or progress the movement, then they can, which is nice because not every athlete's the same and they all come in with different training ages. So, yeah. But I think overall with the athletes, especially the female athletes, like, it's seeing them improve their pull-ups and going from not even be able to do a pull-up to doing weighted. Yeah. And especially when I'm doing assessments too, like if an athlete's not able to do that, like I had one today, like I was like, this is going to be our goal for you, is to be able to get you to do a pull-up.
And it's so, like, once you do it, it's like you can't guarantee a best time, but you can almost guarantee a best time is going to happen.
Yeah. And like Sean Gunawan, he's worked so hard too. He can do weighted pull-ups now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He wasn't even able to do a pull-up, so it's just really cool.
Sorry, I haven't been in like the sports performance side of it, so I haven't seen some of these people. Yeah. But wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's cool. You're doing a good job then. Thanks. What are you most excited about with ASP in the next year? Do you have a vision?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it comes to like hopefully opening more gyms in different locations. That's a big goal. Yeah. But like, maybe if it's in the next year or not, but I think
we'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah. But just like continuing to grow the swimmer classes and the youth class as well, but the adult class, I'm excited to see that grow because that's going to be something new for us. But yeah, just seeing, I feel like so many people, every time I do an assessment, they're like, I was talking to this coach and we needed training and they referred you guys. And like so many people, and like you said, they were talking about us and wherever.
Some random people in Switzerland were talking about us.
Yeah, like it's just so cool. Like it's getting out there. That was
mind blowing to hear.
Yeah, like that's so awesome. Yeah. So continuing to grow the company and the brand, I think is really going to pay off, and people are going to keep buying into what we're doing. And like Sid said, wanting to change the swim world.
Media.
Yeah, swim media.
Yeah, I think it's cool we have kind of like different departments. Yep. Even Reagan being a part of the media team, I think is really cool. Yeah. Like, I want a full-blown media team one day. I don't think we're there yet, but we'll probably have that, and hopefully Reagan is a part of that. Hopefully we have like a whole adult division. Yeah. Yeah, I won't explain all of my visions, but yeah, those are some of it. But anyways, I'm very stoked to have you on the team and helping me reach that vision.
I'm happy to be here.
I think we should wrap it up because we got meetings. Okay. Our next meeting's coming up. 3:45, right? Yeah. Can you leave us a question?
Oh, man.
for our next guest?
Pressure. Yeah.
I mean, it can be as stupid as you want it to
okay.
be, you know.
I feel like every person that leaves a question, it's always so
deep.
Yeah, so deep.
Guess what Kamal's question was?
Oh no. What was it?
What was it? If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Okay.
Like that
maybe
was
I'll
his.
go closer to that.
Or one guy
Super
one time
surface
left if your wife is giving birth. Were you there for that?
That was my favorite question. It was Simon.
It was Simon, yeah. Simon asked if your wife is giving birth and she's about to pop and you're driving to the hospital, but you see if you see your favorite celebrity on the side of the road, and for him it was LeBron James, are you stopping to say, and he had a flat tire and he needed help or something? Are you stopping to help him, or are you driving straight to the hospital?
What?
That was one of his.
Of that? That's
so like
crazy. Okay.
all that to say, your question could be as shallow or as deep as you want it to be.
Okay. I think my question will be, who's like the most influential person in your life, whoever's gonna be answering this, and why?
Oh, let me write this down because I'm gonna forget. Who is yours?
Oh man. Probably, yeah, definitely my dad. We grew up spending a lot of time together, traveling for softball. So, and he played college baseball, so he was like a motivation for me, and he always would push me, and he was always my coach and was always there, and making me a better person, but also a better softball player. And it's taught me a lot in life, and he's still like still supporting me in everything I do. Like he was like, I don't know, can you give me an ASP shirt? And I was like, Dad, I'll just give you the link, like you can buy one.
I could tell from when I met him when he came here that he was like stoked.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can kind of tell.
That's so cute.
That he was stoked that his daughter was the director of this place.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah,
I can kind of tell from his energy.
He posted like the post that you guys put on Facebook. He like posted it and like put it on his timeline and was like, so proud of you.
That's cool.
And I didn't even tell him I was on this podcast, so I'm gonna send him a picture right now and be like,
on
the pod.
Maybe you should send him a selfie right now.
Okay,
do it.
He's gonna be so happy.
Tell him, or send him a video.
Okay.
Hey, we're live on the podcast right now. Here's a video.
FaceTime him. He's probably golfing. Hello, we're live on the podcast. I gotta say hi. Say hi.
Hey, Dad.
That's so funny.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna post it on his Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
Does he have Facebook?
Yes.
Or does he have Instagram?
Like both. Oh. If you go to like his Instagram, my sister always makes fun of him too. She's like, we can tell who's the favorite daughter, because like his whole Instagram page is like all of my softball stuff, and it's but it's adorable. He posts my sister too, so he loves both of us.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you wanna leave? Anything to plug?
No.
What's your Instagram?
At Sophie JACQQ.
Or what's your coach account?
Oh, yeah. Coach account
at Coach Soph.
Coach Soph __.
Was Coach Soph taken?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
So I had to do 2 underscores. I think 1 underscore was taken too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean Cal by itself is taken too.
What?
That's why I had my middle initial.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
See ya.